Hi, I'm Mark Phillips from the London Wing Chun Academy. Check out our channel, Fight Science. Okay, so what am I going to talk about today? Short distance power. One of the things that's quite common in Wing Chun is this idea of short distance power, where you get power from and how you generate it. It's very unique in Wing Chun because we have to be able to generate power from a short distance without a gloved environment, so in other words, not having anything potentially on our hand. And we need to be able to transfer that power, okay, from our body into our hand. And I don't want it necessarily absorbed. So short distance power is the ability to be able to hit boom with power and generate power without actually drawing the hand back and making a big deal. And it is a short distance. So how do we do that? Well, the basic idea and the premise is that you hit to the center of the body mass. That's got to be the first, because whenever I hit to the center as opposed to hitting to the side, if I hit to the side, you ride that, right? What happens is his shoulder moves, it rides it. But if I hit to the center of his mass, can you see how his body moves? It doesn't move in the same way. This rotates, this goes boom, in. So if you want to hit with short distance power, you've always got to hit to the center of the mass, the center of the person's body. Now, of course, we're looking at a self-defense application of this. The guy's quite close to you, and that's something, again, as I refer back to what type of videos that we do, we look at the self-defense application of training. So I'm going to hit to the center of his mass, not off to the side. That's the first point. The second point is obviously I'm hitting with the knuckles, which most of the time, most people say, that's pretty obvious, hit with the knuckles. Well, if you hit with the knuckles, it's a little bit like generating a lot of power to a very small point. So think of blunt force. If you've got a big surface like a sledgehammer and you're swinging that, bang, it's going to cause a lot of damage because you're getting a lot of force into a small area. But if you've got a bigger implement and you're trying to smash it down into something, the force is being spread over a wider area. So the smaller the area, in this case my knuckles, the better the weight transference, the power transference. So that's the transference. The generation comes from using the hip, the knee, the ankle. So when I'm actually punching, we don't generally, and this is the idea of Wing Chun, and essentially is use the shoulder as much as we do the hip, the knee and the ankle. So when I'm rotating, I'm hitting and I'm punching from this position, one, with the body and the hip, and that's what causes, if you like, the generation of power. Now here's the main thing. If you want to implement this into your game, it's a good idea to do because it's non-telegraphic. You'd be quite close to saying, look mate, I don't want you to try bang, and then you can punch quite quickly, or even get your hands up, boom, and punch behind the hand, because with my hand up I can punch behind the hand. It's really hard for him to see the delivery of the punch. Where's the main target? Well, earlier I said to the center of the body, but if you're going to hit the body, it should be the solar plexus. Because any good fighter knows that if you hit the solar plexus, you will win that person and you'll stop them quite quickly. So it's an effective strike. Short distance power is developed from the hip, the leg, the rotation of the body. But one last caveat before I go is you have to contract. You have to tense, relax, and that creates a little bit of a shock. Some people call it even a shock wave. It's not necessarily a wave, bang, but it is a transference. Do you feel it? Where do you feel it?
My stomach.
You felt that, didn't you? Yeah. So he felt it inside, and that's what he should do. No punch should ever, with power, push the person, because if you push the person, you're not really driving them. What you want to do is hit into the person. So just to recap, hit the center of the body, contract, torque the body, make sure you're hitting with your knuckles. The angle of the fist is up to you, but as a general rule, I always say if you're hitting the body, keep the elbow in because you get a better line of transfer from the arm into the hip, into the knee, and into the ground. Thanks for watching. I'm Mark Phillips from Fight Science. Check our channel out. Subscribe to this channel. They're doing a good job. Thanks for watching.